Okay, we're here at Valvoline. I'm getting my oil changed. I do still have Yorick with me here, and we are. They're working on the car while I can read a little bit of Shakespeare here. So I thought we'd push onward. This is King Henry VI, Part 2, Act 2, Scene 3. Let me give us a little bit more light here. Oh, that doesn't work right now. Okay. Sound trumpets. Enter the King, the Queen, Gloucester, York, Suffolk, Salisbury, Eleanor, Marjorie, Jourdain, Southwell, Hume, and Bolingbroke under guard. Stand forth, Dame Eleanor Cobham, Gloucester's wife. In sight of us, in sight of God and us, your guilt is great. Receive the sentence of the law for sin, such as by God's book are adjudged to death. You four, from hence to prison back again, from thence unto the place of execution. The witch in Smithfield shall be burnt to ashes, and you three shall be strangled on the gallows. You, madam, for you are nobly born, despoiled of your honor in your life, shall after 3 days open penance done, live in your country here in banishment with John, Sir John Stanley in the Isle of Man. Welcome is banishment, welcome were my death. Eleanor, the law, thou seest, hath judged thee. I cannot justify whom the law condemns. Mine eyes are full of tears, my heart of grief. Exeunt Eleanor and other prisoners guarded. Ah, Humphrey, this dishonor in thine age will bring thy head with sorrow to the ground. I beseech your majesty, give me leave to go. Sorrow would solace, and mine age would ease. Stay, Humphrey, Duke of Gloucester, ere thou go. Give up thy staff. Henry will to himself protector be, and God shall be my hope, my stay, my guide, and lantern to my feet. And go in peace, Humphrey, no less beloved than when thou wert protector to thy king. I see no reason why a king of years should be to be protected like a child. God and King Henry govern England's realm. Give up your staff, sir, and the king his realm. My staff? Here, noble Henry, is my staff. As willingly do I the same resign as ere thy father Henry made it mine. And even as willing at thy feet I leave it, as others would ambitiously receive it. Yeah.
Tire pressure on your tire?
Oh, please, could you check that?
Yep.
That'd be great, thanks.
Just washer. Yep.
That'd be
you know
great.
What the pressure is?
I don't.
Correct. Alright, let me just check.
I can never remember what my tire pressure is.
Alright. Let me check on your gas tank, okay?
Okay. Farewell, good king. Oops. When I am dead and gone, may honorable peace attend thy throne. Yeah. Why now is Henry king and Margaret queen, and Humphrey Duke of Gloucester scarce himself, that bears so shrewd a maim 2 poles at once, his lady banished and a limb lopped off. This staff of honor wrought, there let it stand, where it best fits to be in Henry's hand. Thus droops this lofty pine and hangs his sprays. Thus Eleanor's pride dies in her youngest days.
Is it okay if I open the door to start?
Oh yeah!
Alright. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine, how are you?
I'm good. Alright. You got tire pressure already, right?
Lords, let him go. Please it your majesty, this is the day appointed for the combat.
When you guys don't
And ready are the appellant and defendant, the armourer and his man to enter the lists. So please your highness to behold the fight. Aye, good my lord, for purposefully therefore left I the court to see this quarrel tried. In God's name, see the lists and all things fit. Here let them end it, and God defend the right.
Sir?
Yes.
Can I just confirm your info with you? Is it still Bill Barclay, 10 Ash Street, Natick?
That's correct.
Okay, do you have a phone number you'd like to list with us?
Sure. 339-225-0911.
And do you have an email address you want to list with us for coupons or promotions?
That's all right.
Alright. So you've been using the Max Life oil. I assume you want to stick to that, right?
Yep. Actually, you know what? I don't need it. I don't need the nice oil. You can just give them the regular stuff.
You want to go back to conventional?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a problem. VL 106, Bay 3. Alright, sir. So what we do when the car comes in, we do a quick safety check on everything.
Yeah.
I did check out your belts. You have 2 belts.
Yeah.
You have serpentine belt and the AC belt. And
I know I got some spider cracks in the belts.
it's more than spider cracks.
Really?
You want to take a look at it real quick? I can show
Well,
you.
I've been hearing them squeal, so if you think they could be replaced easily...
It takes only about 15 minutes to replace it while you're getting the oil change if you want to do it. $79.99. But it has a ton of cracks. Once a belt gets more than 3 cracks per inch, it risks the danger of breaking off. And if you want to take a look, it's got
No,
tons of
I know it's bad. Why don't you go ahead and change them?
Sure.
Thanks.
And I just have a couple other things I want to run over with you really quickly.
Okay.
The manufacturer-based recommendations on the vehicle, once the computer gets going. So your automatic transmission, you serviced a little while ago, but it is due once every 15,000. How it works and what it does, your transmission transfers power from the engine to the wheels.
Yeah.
So what can go wrong? Transmission fluid collects metal, debris, and deposits,
Yeah.
causing the fluid to break down, just
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
motor oil. Replacing the dirty worn fluid with new fluid improves operating by protecting gears from grinding.
Am I due for a training flush?
You are. It is due. It's $129.99. That takes about 12, 15 minutes. Is that something you want to do today?
Let's not do that one today.
Okay.
Let's
And both of your high beams already said? Okay.
not do the training flush today. If that's all right.
No, that's fine. Not a problem. Let's see, fuel filters upstairs. A couple other things. Your fuel filter. You're supposed to be replacing that once every 30,000 miles. How that works and what it does. If I can find my thing. There we go.
Yeah. Am I due for that?
That is due. That's due once every 30,000 miles. And it's a topside one. It only takes about 5 minutes to switch it out. It's $69.99 if you wanted to replace that today as well.
Yeah. Why don't I save that till next time too, if that's all right?
Not a problem. Do you want me to make note of all the other stuff that is due on the car for you?
Sure.
That way you can keep it in mind?
Yeah,
No problem.
thanks.
And the only other things are the visually inspected items. Your air filter doesn't look bad. You can go another oil change or two on this. How are your wipers working? Are they doing okay?
I think I asked the guy to change them. The wipers aren't doing too hot.
Yeah, I can tell. They're kind of ripping apart.
Yeah.
We have two types of wipers. We have standard ones that run $12.99 each, and then we have all-weather ones. Let me show you how they look.
I never saw a fellow worse bested, or more afraid to fight than is this appellant, the servant of this armorer, my lords.
This is the all-weather ones that we have, if you
Yeah.
want to play with it a little bit. They're a little different than this, because they don't have the rubber that can rip off. Those
Yeah,
are
I've had these before.
$29.99 each.
Okay, I'm fine with the regular normal ones. Yeah.
All right, not a problem.
Thanks.
So we'll get started on the belt. We'll check out the lights for you and put some wipers on, okay?
Thanks. Enter at one door Horner, the armorer, and his neighbors, drinking to him so much that he is drunk, and he enters with a drum before him, and his staff with a sandbag fastened to it. Just marking the drum. And at the other door, Peter, his man, with a drum and sandbag, and prentices drinking to him. Here, neighbor Horner, I drink to you in a cup of sack. And fear not, neighbor, you shall do well enough. And here, neighbor, here's a cup of charneco. And here's a pot of good double beer, neighbor. Drink, and fear not your man. Let it come, i'faith, and I'll pledge you all. And a fig for Peter. Here, Peter, I do drink to thee, and be not afraid. Here, Peter, here's a pint of claret wine for thee, and here's a quart for me. And be merry, Peter, and fear not thy master. Fight for credit of the prentices. I thank you all. Drink and pray for me, I pray you, for I think I have taken my last draught in this world. Here, Robin, and if I die, I give thee my apron. And Will, thou shalt have my hammer. And here, Tom, take all the money that I have. O Lord, bless me, I pray God, for I am never able to deal with my master. He hath learnt so much fence already. Come, leave your drinking, and fall to blows. Sarah, what's thy name? Peter, forsooth. Peter? What more? Thump? Thump! Then see thou thump thy master well. Masters, I am come hither, as it were, upon my man's instigation, to prove him a knave, and myself an honest man. And touching the Duke of York, I will take my death. I never meant him any ill, nor the king, nor the queen, and therefore, Peter, have at thee with a downright blow. Dispatch! The knave's tongue begins to double. Sound trumpets! Alarm to the combatants. They fight, and Peter strikes Horner down. Hold, Peter, hold. I confess treason. Dies. Take away his weapon. Fellow, thank God and the good wine and thy master's way. O God, have I overcome mine enemies in this presence? O Peter, thou hast prevailed in right. Go, take hence that traitor from my sight, for by his death we do perceive his guilt. And God in justice hath revealed to us the truth and innocence of this poor fellow, which he had thought to have murdered wrongfully. Come, fellow, follow us for thy reward. Sound a flourish. Exunt. All right.